evening, everyone, and welcome to the Leonard E. Dawson Center here on the campus of Voorhees College. I'm Clarence Jones, along with my partner, student assistant Derek Richmond. How you doing, sir?
How you doing? Good. How about yourself?
I'm good. And we'd like to welcome each and every one of you tuning in right now worldwide on YouTube, as this is our very first broadcast of the VC Media Networks, as we are the home for Lady Tigers and Tiger basketball. Tonight, we have Lady Tigers. It's a battle of the Lady Tigers, as Voorhees College takes on, of course, Georgetown College from Kentucky. No, not from Washington, D.C., but from Kentucky. And, of course, this should be a great matchup here this evening, as Georgetown already winning 1-0 over Oakwood, 95-68. And in this game, Derek, you got to look at this matchup. It's going to be a battle of the guards, because both teams are guard heavy.
Oh, most definitely. You'll see a lot of three-pointers, not a lot of inside posts, but you'll definitely see a lot of mismatched guards, as they do have a lot of guards on the team.
And, of course, for Voorhees, this is their first game of the regular season, but this is a tough matchup here, because Georgetown has been a very good team over the last several years. And right now, let's listen to the national anthem. The national anthem here, as we're back. Clarence Jones along with Derek Richmond. And, of course, what is your keys here for tonight's game for the Lady Tigers of Voorhees?
My keys is they need to score a lot of points in the paint. As I said before, there's a lot of guard play. You don't want to see too much threes, a lot of less effort threes. You want to see a lot of inside scoring, as they're known to do.
And, of course, for Georgetown, they have a talented loaded squad. In their game against Oakwood, you had 5 players that was in double figures, and you had 3 other players that was close to double figures, 8 points and 9 points. So they spread the points spread out very good. So this is going to be a tough challenge for the opening tip-off for Voorhees.
Actually, in warm-ups, I was looking at Georgetown's warm-up. They made 8 threes in a row. I was pretty surprised. So it's a lot of shooting for them. As you said, a lot of players triple double figures. Going to be a tough matchup.
All right, so stay tuned right now as we are listening to the starting lineups. We'll have a Lady Tiger action as Voorhees takes on Georgetown College right here live from the Dawson Center. Stay with us.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your Voorhees College Lady Tigers. At guard, a 5'4" senior.
Yeah, I'll be right here.
From South Carolina, number 3, Marsha Caesar. A guard, a 5'4" sophomore from Lithonia, Georgia, number 10, Ashley Stockton. A post player, a 5'8" sophomore from Columbia, South Carolina, number 22, Ashley Johnson. A forward, a 5'10" senior from Marietta, Georgia, number 32, Diana Freeman. And a forward, a 5'9" junior from Charlotte, North Carolina, number 35, Jessica Gaston. Head coach, Edward Plummer Jr.
All right, as you just heard the starting lineups here for this evening. Lady Tigers of Voorhees taking on the Lady Tigers of Georgetown College out of Kentucky. Georgetown, Kentucky to be exact. As you look at the Lady Tigers, and the Lady Tigers coming out, starting off in style in this 2019-2020 season. All black uniforms here tonight with the blue numerals and the white trim. They're looking pretty good there out there, huh?
Looking pretty good. I like the black uniforms.
Meanwhile, Georgetown, that is usually their home uniforms in the whites, but right now it's the road whites. As we're ready to jump it. Sit back and relax. Voorhees basketball is on the air as a little false start. So here we go again. Ashley Johnson tapping it up, and it is controlled by Georgetown. Since both teams are the Lady Tigers, you will not hear me say the Lady Tigers too much tonight. As a shot put up, no good there by Olivia Bowling. Back come Voorhees. Ashley Johnson. Cross-court pass. Shot in the lane, up, no good there by Stalker. Back comes Georgetown. Georgetown, as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, already with a road victory. Excuse me, a home victory. This is their first road game of the season. Quick shot, no good. Stalker on with the rebound. Back come Voorhees. Caesar gets it inside. Nice position by Johnson, and she puts it in for two.
As we mentioned before, you want to see that low-scoring action. And tonight, scored the first points in the paint.
So Ashley Johnson gives Voorhees the first 2 points of this ball game. 2-0. Under 9 minutes to go. Three-pointer put up there, no good. And Johnson with her first rebound. Johnson, and that's a walk. So traveling violation called against Ashley Johnson, and Georgetown with possession. As right now, VC showing a 2-3 zone defense. Nice pass inside, and the lane is good.
That was Mitch back in the paint. Number 31 going against the smaller point guard, CC Cesar.
So we're tied at 2. Coming up on 8 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Try to go inside, and it's intercepted.
Georgetown a fast break. Nice steal by Georgetown. Second turnover for Voorhees College.
Here's a three-pointer on the way. Way off. Way off there by Reagan Williams. Still tied at 2. Of course, in the women's game, we play 4 10-minute quarters. As the ball goes out of bounds, Lady Tigers will have possession. Oh, excuse me. Well, yes, the Lady Tigers do have possession, but it's Georgetown. 7:35 and counting in this first quarter. Still tied at 2. And we have a whistle and a call. Hand check. So hand check on Caesar. So that's Kawasha's first, or they call her CC, if I'm not mistaken.
CC, the nickname.
Well, we'll call her CC. How about that? Here's a three-pointer on the way. No good there by Darnell. So Madison Darnell on that shot. So both teams coming out cold behind the three-point arc, and there's another three-pointer on the way, Caesar, as that goes out of bounds. So Georgetown will have possession as we are under the 7-minute mark in this first quarter. Still tied at 2. Both teams getting off to a rocky start, and another turnover. There goes Caesar. Caesar takes it all the way.
She will be the playmaking for the Voorhees Tigers. Her running the point, and number 10, Leah Stockard, running the shooting guard.
4-2 is our score. Out of the corner for 3. No good. Rebound. Nice position there. And the putback is home. Madison Darnell. So Madison with her first 2 points, and we're tied at 4. 6:15 remaining in the first quarter. Here's Ashley Johnson with the shot from the baseline, and it's good. So Ashley Johnson with her second field goal. She has 4, and Voorhees up 6-4. Nice ball movement. Open three-pointer. It's good. Kennedy Flynn with the three-pointer. And it is now a 7-6 Georgetown lead. Caesar takes it in and one.
Nice play by CC Caesar.
So CC with the 2 as the foul is called on Haley Eisen. That is her first, team's first. And Caesar on the line to try to complete the three-point play. 8-7 is our score with 5 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And so far, Derek, this has been a nice matchup here.
Nice matchup, but low scoring, even though it is 5 minutes into the game.
Caesar unable to hit a free throw. So we're coming up on 5.5 minutes to go. Georgetown was hit only by what? 1 3-pointer so far in this game.
1 3-pointer.
Taking it in and scoring. And for Georgetown, Haley Eisen. So Haley with her first 2 points. And it is a 9-8 Georgetown lead. Trying to take it inside to Ashley Johnson, and it's intercepted. That pass went a little wide there. Back comes Georgetown. Bowling, straightaway three-pointer, rims in and out, but the ball back into the possession of Georgetown. Another three-pointer on the way, and that's good.
That was poor effort by Voorhees Tigers down low. 2 defenders right there for the rebound and cannot come up, and Georgetown makes them play with a three-pointer.
So Darnell gives Georgetown a 12-8 lead, and we're at our first timeout here. And since we're at our first timeout, we'll leave it right here for Derek and your thoughts here so far in this game.
My thoughts on this game, not a lot of scoring, as I said before, but I do see Voorhees limiting the turnovers. They came out with a full press just a little bit, something they did very last year, but they eased back. But look pretty good for sport. How about you, Clarence?
Well, what I'm seeing out there right now, it's going to be all about the guard play. And right now, Caesar is getting a few steals here and there. But one thing I've noticed, that the guards at Georgetown a little taller than the guards at Voorhees. But Voorhees, I think, have quicker guards in this early going game. So both teams right now with 1 team foul apiece, 12-8 as we get things back going. Here's Caesar at the top of the circle. Floater, no good. The rebound off to Flynn. Back comes Georgetown. Once again, Voorhees showing a 2-3 zone defense. And here's Flynn, hard off the glass. Back come Voorhees. Here's Caesar leading the break. Out of the wing for 3. Good! Ashley Stocker with her first three-pointer. And it's a 1-point Georgetown lead at 12-11. Under 4 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Back out. Georgetown loved that 3. No good there by Flynn. Georgetown not afraid to put it up.
Not afraid. As I said before, they are a good shooting team.
Caesar, as they take it inside. Double team, have to get it back out. Shot clock winding down. 10 seconds left on the clock. Caesar, in and out. Rebound to Johnson. No good. So a foul occurred on Georgetown. Haley Eisen picks up her second personal foul. So Ashley Johnson will be shooting 2. She is a 6-foot sophomore out of Columbia, South Carolina. So some substitution coming in now for Voorhees, as Deasia Miller is coming in. So Miller, a 5'10" forward, coming in for the first time. And yeah, I thought they said it was 2 shots, right? It wasn't a 1-on-1, it was 2 shots.
Everyone was too early to get down court.
So, you know, everybody has their early season jitters. Even us. Once again, we'd like to thank each and every one of you tuning in here on VC Media Network. Our very first basketball game. It's a battle of the Lady Tigers. Still 12-11 is our score. Now 14-11 as Madison Darnell with another field goal. That is her 3rd field goal. And it's a 3-point lead, and now a turnover. Right now, Lady Tigers of Voorhees need to settle down.
Number 23, Rodelia Wynn. She replaces
Rodelia Wynn for Voorhees comes in for Caesar as we're at the 3-minute mark. 14-11 is our score here in this first quarter. Around the horn it goes. Cross-court pass and errant pass. A miscommunication there. Number 45, Alexis Stapleton, ran towards the ball instead of staying in her position.
I really thought her was going to get that steal, but it was just over to her just a little.
As right now, Sierra Best, number 43, is on the court for Voorhees. Back up top it goes. Here's Wynn. And look like she draws the foul. So one thing I see here, Derek, the guards for Voorhees right now very aggressive, attacking the basket.
Very aggressive. They're getting to the paint, drawing fouls that can really be a problem for Georgetown later in this game.
So Wynn hits the first. So Wynn with her first points of the afternoon, early evening. Trying to cut it to a 1-point game. She cannot. And it's still 14-12. A little backcourt press there by Voorhees. Up the front court it goes. Here's Terry Abram. And she gives it off. Over to Darnell. Darnell with the hot hand so far for Georgetown. Under 10 seconds left to shoot. Stapleton gives it off in the corner. Gives it inside. Good defense. Shot is up, no good. A rebound there. Well, Coughing coughs it up. That was pretty good defense. Unfortunately, unable to come up with the ball. But traveling violation is called against Georgetown. So with 1:50 remaining in the first quarter. First quarter kind of moving by pretty fast here, huh?
Pretty fast. Score is still 14-12.
But the scoring has picked up a little bit. But we expected, you know, in this early season that both teams might come off kind of slow. But they'll pick it up as the game goes.
There will be plenty of mistakes in the first game, not to mention that. But it's the first game.
Out of the corner for 3, Coughing, air ball, but the rebound and putback is there. Jessica Gatson, her first 2 points. And it's Voorhees in a tie with Georgetown at 14 apiece. 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 3-pointer on the way, and it's good. Alexis Stapleton. So Stapleton, her first field goal is a 3-pointer, and Georgetown is up 17-14. Coughing. Try to jam it in there to Gaston. So it will remain Voorhees' possession with 56 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And a traveling violation is called. You saw that, Derek. That was pretty plain and clear there.
Easy call for the ref. CC, the playmaker, comes back in.
And also Miller checks in as well. And we have a late substitution for Voorhees. As coming in, Deanna Freeman. So Diana Freeman comes in. And Georgetown with possession. 45 seconds and counting. Nice interception there. Back comes Caesar. Oh, and they call a double dribble on CC. So with 38.2 seconds remaining, Georgetown with a 3-point lead at 17-14 will have another possession. Cross-court pass, and that was a sloppy pass, and it goes out of bounds and a turnover. Voorhees will have possession.
I really like Voorhees' effort on the ball. CC says she's been very actively finding where the ball is going to go, starting a fast break.
So right now, Asia Johnson checks in. Ashley Johnson checks in. Meanwhile, coming out will be Wynn. With the ball now is Freeman with the shot clock turned off and 22 seconds. So Voorhees can hold for the final shot of this first quarter. 15 seconds remaining, and that's exactly what Voorhees is going to do, is hold for the final shot of this first quarter. Woman-to-woman defense. 5 seconds to go. 3 seconds. They got to put it up. And they do not get a shot off, so that was kind of a bad possession there. You had time to get in your offense and put up a shot.
Bad timing. Her hands are very slippery with the ball, not able to put the shot up at the end of that first quarter.
So at the end of the first quarter, it is Georgetown College 17, Voorhees College 14. Thank you so very much for tuning in here at VC Sports Network, VC Media Network, and we hope that you tune in for our next broadcast coming up Tuesday. And coming into town will be South Carolina Faith A&M, and it will be a first doubleheader, men's and the women's. The women's game start at 6, men's game start at 8. If you're unable to join us here, and of course if you're out of town, you can tune right here on our VC Media Network. Of course, we'll let you know the whole schedule coming up as we continue on this broadcast. But so far, Derek, what did you see in this first quarter? The good, the bad, and what maybe the ugly?
The good for Voorhees Tigers defensively. The bad with the Georgetown Tigers, as I said before, they're both Tigers. They're not getting the ball inside. They're really kind of forcing everything to inside in the hoop, and sometimes they go in, sometimes it does not. But they're ahead, cannot deny the fact, 17-14 at the end of the first quarter.
So right now, both teams get ready to enter back on the court. Coming off the bench, Terry Abram, 0-0 for Georgetown, checking back in. Also on the court for Georgetown, we have number 13, Kaylee Sharon, Alexis Stapleton, number 45, and we also have Whitney O'Mara, number 10, checking in. As we start this second quarter, So right now, Ashley has a corner and a 4-point lead at 19-15. Nice pass inside, and a 2-pointer there by Boblet. Her first 2 points.
I really thought Deanna Freeman was going to switch on that pick and roll, but she left her other forward to take that action. She didn't really see it.
As that shot is up and no good there by Gaston. Back comes Georgetown. Georgetown looking to extend on their lead way downtown, and that is an air ball. So Voorhees will have possession. So Voorhees with possession, down 21-15 as we are in the second quarter. 8 minutes and 15 seconds remaining before halftime. Here's a tough shot in the lane, and it's good there by Caesar.
She is the playmaker of this offense. The key where she's the engine of the car of Voorhees.
So Caesar now with 4 points on this evening, and it's a 21-17 game. Georgetown on top. Thought about the three, under 10 seconds left on the shot clock, and the whistle. So a blocking foul is called against Ashley Johnson. So Ashley picks up the foul. And that is her team's first of this second quarter. Deasia Miller checks back in for Voorhees. Quick shot out of the corner for three is no good. Running down the rebound is Caesar. So back come Voorhees. Caesar! Oh, that one looked like it was partially blocked, but Caesar split in the defense. Caesar with the defensive steal. Back come the other way. An easy two for Caesar. And she is establishing herself in this game.
She established herself on the defensive end for herself. Multiple deflections, multiple steals to lead to fast break points for Voorhees College.
Down by 2, 21-19, and an air ball put up there by Stapleton. 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Back comes Voorhees College. Down by 2. Air ball, rebound, Gaston puts it in for 2, and we're tied at 21. 6:45 remaining. Voorhees on a 6-0 run. Here's a shot, and another 2 points by her. She has 4, and Georgetown back up by 2 at 23-21. Under 6.5 to go in this first half. Dribbling to the basket. Strong pass, but it's back out to Caesar. Puts it over to Sierra Best. Only 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Putting it up. No good. There by Freeman, but a rebound. Back up. No good. Third opportunity is good. How about that? Miller with the 2 points.
I can tell you, these Voorhees forwards and centers, they are very aggressive in the paint, getting a rebound for the offensive rebounds. Second chance point is really where they're getting their points from.
And that was an off bad shot there, but it was wide open for Kaylee Sharon. But yeah, as you mentioned, Voorhees is really getting after it now. Here's Gaston backing down in as hand check violation called against Boblet. So Lauren Boblet with the foul. So we have some substitutions coming in as Ashley Stalker comes back in for Gaston.
For the Lady Tigers, number 42, and then Ravenel.
Ravenel also checks in for the first time for Voorhees as Deasia Miller takes a seat along with Gaston. In the corner, back up top to Caesar. Caesar gives it off. Best unable to hit, but the rebound run down. Another opportunity for Voorhees as Stockard, as that one looked like it was partially blocked. Back comes Abram. Abram spin move in the lane, and that ball out of bounds. And I don't think Ashley Stocker knew where she was at.
She did not touch the ball out of bounds. Careless mistake, but as you said before, she did not know where she was landing.
If she would have left it alone, it would have been probably Voorhees' ball. But anyway, Georgetown with possession, tied at 23 with 5 minutes remaining before halftime. Thank you so very much for those of you tuning in right here on the VC Media Network around the world here on YouTube. Our very first live streaming of basketball action. So right now, the officials trying to get the scoreboard right. All right, so back to action we go. Darnell checks back in. She's the leading scorer so far for Georgetown. Back down low, shot put up, and it is good there by Haley Eisen. So Eisen with 2 points, and it's a 25-23 Georgetown lead. Near steal there. Ball on the ground. Caesar diving on the floor, and it's a jump ball situation as Darnell was on top. Excuse me, that looked like that was Freeman that was diving for the basketball. So possession arrow will keep it. Oh, I thought it was the Voorhees. I thought it was Voorhees possession. Well, I guess it's not.
And I thought it was Voorhees also. The high end Freeman fell on the ball. I thought it would either be jump ball or Voorhees ball, but seems like it would be Georgia State.
All right, so Georgetown with possession and a 2-point lead at 25-23, under 4.5 minutes to go in this first half. Cross-court pass. Shot. No good. Last touch by Georgetown. As Kennedy put up that shot. Olivia Bolin comes back in for Georgetown as Kennedy heads to the Georgetown bench. Coming up on 4 minutes remaining in the first half, 25-23 is our score. Georgetown on top, and an errant pass picked off there by Georgetown. Back it comes. Stapleton thought about a three. Here's a three-pointer. In and out there for Terry Abram. It's a Stockard. Voorhees can tie it up on this trip or take the lead with a three-pointer. Here's Freeman. Freeman with a good dribble. And an offensive foul called against Freeman.
I know Coach Glover is mad about that call. Nice move to get in the lane, but offensive foul to end it.
So Deasia Miller checks back in for Freeman for Voorhees. 3 minutes, 23 seconds remaining in the first half. It's a 25-23 game. Georgetown on top of Voorhees in a battle of Lady Tigers. They go inside, kicks it back out. Nice ball movement, wide open for three is Abram, way off.
As much as I tell them about Georgetown three-point shooting at the warm-ups, doesn't seem like they're finding a rhythm behind the arc, only hitting 2 threes in the whole game.
And they put up a ton of threes. And that one was a wild shot. I thought that was ill-advised. Nice pass. Shot good, and the foul. Stapleton with the deuce.
That is something you want to avoid. 2-on-1 situation. Don't foul, don't foul, don't foul. I'm pretty sure that's what Coach Glover is saying.
And it creates a 4-point lead now for Georgetown. So we have Caesar coming back in. So Caesar coming back in. So right now we have Gaston and along with Caesar and Freeman as that ball is saved there by Voorhees. Also in the ball game for Voorhees, Marissa Coughing, number 24. 2.5 minutes to go, 27-23 is our score here in the first half. Here Caesar cannot get the shooter's bounce. Up it goes, and that one, yeah, we have a foul call. But honestly speaking, I think Ison was saved by that foul call because she was off balance and she was going to put up a bad shot.
Bad shot, bad results.
So instead, onto the line to shoot will be Haley Ison, a 5'8" junior out of Walton, Kentucky. 2 minutes and 16 seconds remaining. 4 team fouls against Voorhees. Only 2 team fouls called against Georgetown. So Ison, 2 more points. That gives her 6, and it's a 28-23 lead. 2 minutes to go. Stop shot, and it's good for Ashley Stockard. So Stockard, her second field goal, 5 points on the evening, and under 2 minutes to go, and a turnover. So Voorhees will have another opportunity to cut in on this lead. 25-28, Voorhees down by 3. Can tie it with a 3-pointer.
CC little ISO action.
Oh yeah. That was off the legs of Coughing or Caesar. Either way, it will be Georgetown ball. A minute 34 remaining as Deasia Miller checks back in for Voorhees. 28-25 is our score. Georgetown with possession. Darnell gives it off in the corner to Flynn. Back out to Darnell. Darnell in the lane. Ooh, she draws the foul, unable to hit.
Foul number 3.
So the foul is called on CC Caesar or Kawasha. So on to the line to shoot will be Madison Darnell, 5'11", sophomore guard out of Russell, Kentucky. And to have her as a guard and 5'11", and in this level of competition, you know, that is a tall task for a lot of these guards here for Voorhees, because she's basically taller than all of the guards we have here at Voorhees. So Madison Darnell stretches the Georgetown lead to 5 at 30-25 with a minute 14 remaining. So here's Stockard with the basketball. Stockard unable to hit, but the rebound is there. Put back, no good. Caesar flies in for the rebound. Stockard for 3, no good. Rebound once again goes to Freeman. She puts it up. Oh, it's no good. 3, 4, 5 times.
A lot of tries, a lot of second chance points to get the points, but they're unable to convert. Voorhees Tigers, like I say, they're very active on the offensive boards.
Yeah, they're active on the offensive board, but they just haven't put it in.
Just not there for them tonight.
All right, so with 52.1 seconds remaining, as Olivia Bowling will go to a line for 2, as the 5th team foul was called against Voorhees. I did not catch who the foul was on. Well, I believe it was Freeman, as she is going to the end of the bench right now. Second shot out of bounds. Last touch by Voorhees. Sierra Best, number 43, checks back in for Voorhees. Georgetown will remain with possession. Bowling to throw it in. Bounce pass, thought about a three. Flynn with the nice move, and Flynn now it is a 32-25 lead. Here comes Caesar as we coming up on 30 seconds remaining in the first half.
Like to see a 2-for-1 option right here.
Caesar high up the glass and good. So Caesar now with her 6-point and a quick timeout taken.
So Clarence, what do you see from the Voorhees Tigers so far in this half?
Well, right now for the Lady Tigers of Voorhees, I see a lot of action. They're attacking the basket. Unfortunately, a lot of these attacking the basket is not going down. You know, it's a shooter's thing. It's a shooter's touch. But I am liking the high energy right now for the Voorhees Lady Tigers. But for Georgetown, they like to shoot that perimeter shot. They like to shoot outside for three. So I think they need to tighten up on their guard play a little bit as far as defensively speaking. But offensively, they have to cut down on the passing mistakes because they've had a few passing mistakes. Although this is the first game of the season, but still, you know, you've been practicing. So you have to stop with the bad passing. And there's a bad pass. Oh, we just talked about it. Coffee.
Great steal, but not able to throw an accurate pass for the fast break layup.
14.7 seconds remaining. Shot clock turned off. Georgetown can hold for the final shot of this first half. Kicks it out. 5 seconds to go. Abram. Bowling. 3-point shot. No good. And that is the end of the first half. 32-29. Georgetown College on top of Voorhees College in the battle of Lady Tigers right here on the VC Media Network. And your thoughts here in this first half of basketball action?
My first thought of this half will be Georgetown. They're up 32-29. I see Voorhees have more aggression to score, but they're not really putting the points up, and Georgetown is really eliminating mistakes.
So right now, as the cheerleaders take the court, we're at halftime, and I see they had a little adjustment here, so it's not 29, it's actually 27. So it's 32-27, Voorhees down to Georgetown, so they had to make a little adjustment there. And yes, I was wondering that wasn't kind of an odd that they had 29 points, but they adjusted, so it's 32-27, our score. So right now, what we're going to do is, let's see, are we going to take a break? So we're going to take a break, and we're going to watch the VC cheerleaders here perform for the halftime crowd. Once again, our halftime score, Georgetown 32, Voorhees 27. You're watching Lady Tiger Basketball on the VC Media Network. All right, as we get ready to start the second half here, 32-27 is our score. Lady Tigers of Voorhees College against the Lady Tigers of Georgetown College. I'm Clarence Jones, along with my student assistant, Derek Richmond. And Derek, I see you have the halftime stats, so let's go over some of the halftime stats here before we start the second half.
Yes, I do have the halftime stats. Leading scorer for Voorhees College, Cece Stazer with 10 points, 4 rebounds. She's very active on the defensive side of the ball, getting steals, deflecting pass. And for the leading stat leader for Georgetown is Madison Darnell. She has 9 points, 3 rebounds and 1 assist.
All right, so we get ready to start the second half here from the Leonard E. Dawson Center on the campus of Voorhees College. As we started off, coughing, bounce pass inside, double team, kicked it back as Ashley Johnson kicks it back out. Out of the corner for 3 is no good there by Caesar, but the rebound by Coughing, tapped around, Gatson unable to hit it. Gatson again, and we'll have a foul on the play as Gatson showing some aggression there at the basket.
Number 24, Marissa Coffin into the half starting lineup. I really thought she could get that offensive board and put it back up, but she decided to pass the ball. A wide open shot for her.
All right, so at the line shooting will be Jessica Gaston. All right, here's one thing. Free throw percentage. If you had to hit those free throws, because if you want to win a game, a close game like this, you got to hit your free throws. 0 for 2 at the line for Gaston. And that was an errant pass and a turnover there. Stockard comes away with it for Voorhees. Here's Caesar. Under 9.5 to go. Here's Coughing out of the corner for 3, no good. Ashley Johnson as ripping the ball away. Back comes Georgetown. This is Flynn, unable to hit. From the extended free throw line, no good there for Georgetown, Reagan Williams. Back come Voorhees. Georgetown, which had no problem against Oakwood in that 95-68 victory in their first road game. Things a little tight here. Out of the corner for 3, no good there by Flynn. Back come Voorhees, Caesar, Coughing for 3, no good.
Marissa Coughing, 0 points. That's this between 3 quarters. She still hasn't gotten a rhythm of getting the ball in the hoop. Hopefully she finds that later in the game, and she needs to find it soon if they want to regain this lead.
Jessica Gaston was called for the foul. She will head to the bench, and we'll have a whistle. So whistle, that stops the play. Actually, it's the shot. Well, it's actually the scoreboard situation. The score, now they got it right. It was at 8:18 when it was a dead ball. The score, the game clock continued to roll. So now they got it at the right. It's 8:27 and counting. So Georgetown with possession and still a 32-27 lead, so nobody scored since the start of the second half. Oh, and we'll have a foul against Sierra Best. Pretty close there as far as calling the foul. So Sierra picks up the personal foul. That is the second team foul called against Voorhees. At the line shooting, number 21, Haley Eisen. Eisen so far in this game. 6-7 points as that next free throw gives Georgetown a 34-27 lead, and there goes a turnover.
That's something you really don't see too often, a forward bringing down the ball up the court. It's usually the point guard, but I guess it was lack of communication on that part.
Here's Flynn. Gives it off to Darnell. And the pass goes off of the hands of Haley Eisen. So Voorhees will have possession with 7 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the third quarter. They had a little time adjustment, score adjustment. It was 33-27. Out of the corner for three for Coughing is no good. And the last touch there by Ashley Johnson. Georgetown will have possession. Deasia Miller checks back into the ball game.
3 minutes into the third quarter, still no points on the scoreboard. What seems to be the problem, you think, Clarence?
You asking me? I don't know right now, but it's a mystery. Voorhees has not scored since the second quarter, so it is still 33-27, but it's not like Georgetown is burning up the scoring anyway. 7:15 remaining in the third quarter. Georgetown with possession in a 33-27 lead. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Darnell takes the shot, and she draws the foul. Caesar will be called for the foul. So CC picks up her second personal, and that should be the team's third personal, but they have not changed it on the scoreboard yet. Darnell at the line. So like I said, it's not like Georgetown is putting any distance between them and Voorhees, even though Voorhees has not scored yet in the second half.
Both teams really shooting themselves in the foot,
especially from the free throw line. Second shot is good there for Darnell. So Darnell now stretches the lead to 34-27, and another turnover. Here comes Georgetown. Flynn all alone, and Flynn puts it in for two. So now Flynn giving the Georgetown some breathing room. A 9-point lead and a bad shot. Here comes Darnell using her 5'11" guard body frame.
Darnell has CC Center all over her for the fast break point, and she used her strength to lay the ball in.
11-point lead now, opening up here for Georgetown, and the first two of the second half goes to Ashley Johnson. So Ashley Johnson, her first 2 points of the second half, and a near steal, and we'll have a jump ball situation. And this jump ball situation should be Voorhees, should it not? It should be Voorhees, right?
I'm thinking it should be Voorhees, with the ref still undecisive of what's happening. Coach Glover is heated on the sidelines.
Now, one thing, as I'm checking across court, I do not see like the possession arrow on. As Darnell with the reverse, she draws the foul. But once again, I do not see the possession arrow sign that's on right now. If you look right across the court. So it's hard to tell who will have the next possession on the next jump ball situation. But my guess will be it's Voorhees next time, right?
Georgetown again and during the free throw line. I don't think we have seen a free throw line player go 2 for 3 on the line, haven't we? I'm pretty sure I've seen 1 for 2. Not very efficient from the free throw line. A lot of fouls are drawn in this game.
Darnell hits both of her free throws, and that stretches the Georgetown lead to 40-29. Voorhees trying to answer. Back in down low and then back up top. Trying to look for somebody to go to. Here's Darnell. Foul is called, and Darnell, the leading scorer for Georgetown here so far, will go back to the line.
Seems like for this half, Georgetown is really finding their points through the free throw line. Not too many off the free throw line, as I would say. A lot of fouls are being drawn for Voorhees College.
So Darnell back to the line. She hit 2 free throws in a row, but this time she misses the first of 2. 40-29 is our score. Georgetown on top of Voorhees here in the battle of the Lady Tigers. Second free throw is good. 1 out of 2 from the line goes Darnell, and it's a 41-29 Georgetown lead. And the press gets to Voorhees. Caesar with the turnover, and Coach Glover gotta call a timeout to calm down his team.
That's like 3 possessions going half court, ball being thrown, a very lazy pass. It seems like they're really not in it the second half.
And this is a good timeout by Glover, because I'm telling you right now, things could get out of hand if he didn't call that timeout. So with 5 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in the third quarter, the lead for Georgetown College grows to 41-29 over Voorhees College in the battle of Lady Tigers here at the Leonard E. Dawson Center on the campus of Voorhees College. Just a reminder, our next broadcast will be on Tuesday, our first doubleheader of VC Media Network, as South Carolina Faith A&M comes into Denmark to take on the Lady Tigers and the Tigers. Coverage begins just before tip-off time at 6 o'clock with the ladies game, followed by the men's game at 8 o'clock. So hopefully you can join us right back here on this VC Media Network channel here on YouTube.
I don't know about you, Clarence, but I'm really ready to see the men's basketball team defend their title.
Yes.
Here at Tigers Den, Tuesday.
It should be fun. Darnell. Jump ball. Possession goes to Voorhees. So finally, Voorhees win a possession. Win the jump ball possession.
5 minutes into the game, and Voorhees Tigers only scored 2 points.
Yes, that is something, but I think out of this timeout, this is where we'll see if the Voorhees Lady Tigers can really turn it on here. Nice pass inside to Ashley Johnson from Sierra Best. 5:15 remaining. 41-31 is our score. Georgetown up by 10. And a steal. Here comes Caesar. Back out. Stockard for 3. Bang! Nice play there.
You can really feel it in Leonard E. Dawson Center. The crowd's going wild after that 3. Cece with a nice deflection. As I said before, she's really active with the ball coming her way.
As Caesar, she's really active. She's been active since the tip-off. I mean, she's forcing turnovers, driving to the basket, and she is going to be, as you say, the key to the ignition for this Voorhees offense and a potential comeback. Georgetown with the basketball, nursing a 41-34 lead, coming up on 4.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Here's Stapleton. Bounce pass, gives it off. Here's O'Mara. Ball goes out of bounds, last touch by Voorhees. So it will stay with Georgetown. So the throw in inbounds will be Olivia Bowling. Bounce pass to Darnell. Darnell uses her frame again, and it's 2 points for Darnell. Darnell, the leading scorer for Georgetown here this evening. 43-34 is our score. Voorhees down to Georgetown. Here's Caesar. Floater, and it floats out of bounds.
Possession Georgetown.
So possession Georgetown.
Number 12.
Deasia Miller checks back in for Voorhees as Jessica Gaston heads to the bench. As we're coming up on 4 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Double team. Cross court ball game for the Voorhees Lady Tigers if they want to come back in this game. Also, Gaston will take a seat. So on the court right now, we have Sierra Best, Ashley Johnson, along with Ashley Stockard. And we have also number 23, Wynn, in there as well. As Darnell slids to the floor. It looked like it was a wet spot. Stockard. And that was almost telegraphed there as Olivia Boland had a good jump on that ball.
What it seems for Voorhees Tigers, it seems like they're not going with the ball movement they had first half. They will pass it each person to the next person. On this one, it seems like they're throwing over-court passes all the way on the side of the court, and it's really resulting in turnovers and fast breaks.
Voorhees trying to cut in on the lead, and that's good defense down low as Darnell ties it up with Ashley Johnson in a jump ball. Voorhees will maintain possession. Under 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. 43-34 is our score. Georgetown on top of Voorhees in the battle of Lady Tigers. Here's Caesar. Stockard, long three, good! Ashley Stockard! And it brings the Georgetown lead down to 43-37. And a near turnover there. Stockard going for the ball. Here's Stapleton. Can't hit. Rebound into the hands of Wynn. Three-pointer. No good. Ball goes, no, save there by Stapleton, but back to the possession of Voorhees. And out of the corner for three. It's good there by Wynn. Rundeja Wynn brings Voorhees down now only by 3 at 43-40. And for the first time tonight, Derek, the crowd is back into this ball game.
That's what it feels like being at home. Hit a shot, hear the crowd lift you up.
So a chant of defense coming from this Voorhees crowd. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Stapleton gives it off. Darnell, and she's fouled.
This crowd is really getting into it, Clarence.
Oh yes. And this is what Coach Glover was talking to me about on the radio today at WVCD 96.5 FM, 790 AM. He talked about how he needs the crowd participation, especially against a tough team like Georgetown. So Darnell will head to the line. 2 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. Unable to hit the first shot is Darnell. So Georgetown, who had about at least a 12-point lead at one point in time.
They entered the game with a 9-2 run.
Yeah. Darnell hits the second, and it's a 4-point Georgetown lead at 44-40 with 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Stockard with the basketball. A 3-2 zone defense. Shot put up no good. Back comes Darnell of Georgetown all the way too strong off the glass, and it'll go to Voorhees. So Voorhees will have possession coming up on a minute and a half remaining here in this third quarter. Caesar gets it inside, counted and one! Ashley Johnson! What a play! And Voorhees can cut it down to a 1-point lead.
And that was a nice pass by Cesar Cesar, finding that vision, a little thread the needle to find an open player to hit that and one.
as Ashley Johnson will try to complete the three-point play. She does. So Ashley is down to 1. Georgetown had a comfortable lead at one point in time earlier in this third quarter. And right now, Voorhees on the run, in the lane. No good there by O'Mara. And the ball goes out of bounds. Ball goes to Voorhees. So Voorhees now can take the lead with a two-pointer. And that'll be the first lead since 2-0. Off, but Caesar able to corral it back in. Wide open. Stalker can't hit. Johnson, too hard. And we'll have a foul called underneath against Voorhees.
Wide open layup. Couldn't get it through, and she fouls out of anger. She's probably thinking to herself, how did I miss that wide open layup?
So now, with 48 seconds remaining in the third quarter, Voorhees down by 1, 44-43, but at the line shooting will be Terry Abram. Terry is a 5'7" sophomore out of Lexington, Kentucky. In fact, Derek, as I look down this roster, I think there's only one player for Georgetown that is not from Kentucky. Everybody else is from Kentucky.
Not to mention from the roster, the shortest player 5'4", and everyone's 5'7" and up.
Yes, a tall team. Turnover there. Here comes Georgetown. Abram puts it up and good. Terry Abram answers right back. So it is 46-43. Georgetown on top with 31.4 seconds remaining in this third quarter. So the three-point play is complete, and it's 47-43. Georgetown up by 4. Shot clock turned off. Doesn't matter though. Stockard went for the 3. It could have held that. 13 seconds to go. Darnell with the ball. Georgetown can extend their lead.
What I'm seeing from Georgetown, they really amped up their defense.
And for Voorhees here in this third quarter, they started off very slow, but they came on there towards the end there. Although I should have said they still should have held for that final shot to try to cut the lead even down to 2, or possibly if they're hitting the 3, down to 1. So now you're battling back. You're down by 4, but still, Derek, still a lot of time. And look, Voorhees can still pull it out here. But the one thing I am impressed with is the fact that Georgetown scored 95 points in that first game against Oakwood. I don't think they're going to match that 95-point outburst in this game.
No, they're at 47-43. They're facing a tougher opponent than last point, as you said. 95 points, that is wild.
So as we start this fourth quarter, Georgetown will have possession with the 4-point lead. Bounce pass inside, and that was partially blocked by Sierra Best, but able to fight her way back up and getting the deuce is number 31, Reagan Williams. And it's now a 49-43 Georgetown lead. Another 3-2 zone defense, and ball knocked right out of the hands of Miller. And a bad pass, and it's picked off there by Stockard. Back come Voorhees. Just underway. Caesar for 3. Cannot hit. Back come Georgetown. We're in the fourth quarter. Very competitive ball game so far. And a steal. Stockard up top. Can't hit Miller. So we'll have a substitution. It looks like Freeman for Voorhees will check back in. And for the Georgetown College Lady Tigers, Olivia Bowling checks back in. So here's Caesar. Caesar still with the ball. Under 9 minutes to go. Inside, nice pass. And good thinking there by Freeman to keep the possession with Voorhees. Out of the corner for three. Stocker hits the three. Another three-pointer hit there by Stocker.
That's a third three of the game, and I think she's leading the game in three-point made for both teams.
Here comes Voorhees on the attack once again, down by three, 49-46. In the lane is Freeman. Deanna Freeman, and is now down to a 1-point lead for Georgetown. Voorhees battling back here. Here's a three-pointer by Reagan Williams. So Reagan Williams answers, and it's back up to a 52-48 Georgetown lead. Freeman, that ball is knocked around and into the hands of Georgetown. Up it goes to Darnell, bounce pass, and the shot is good. And the foul, Haley Eisen. So just like that, once Voorhees was down by one, and now Georgetown goes on a quick run, and they're up 54-48.
That was I don't think Cece Cesar was thinking when she fouled on that last annual possession. She could really let it go, but instead they're at the free throw line.
And the free throw is good there by Eisen. So Eisen gives Georgetown a 55-48 lead with 7:45 remaining in this ball game. Jessica Gaston checks back in for Voorhees. Cross-court pass to Caesar. You gotta watch those passes now. Here's Freeman, double team, but she'll take the shot anyway. No good. Gaston, that was blocked. Caesar, straightaway three. Can't hit. Gaston on with the rebound. Counted it one. It's down to a 5-point lead. Reagan Williams is called for the foul.
Entering the game now for the Tigers,
Deasia Miller checks back in for Caesar. So at the line shooting will be Jessica Gaston. And Gaston, although not too much in the points as a rebound there by Freeman, but Gaston has been pretty active around the basket.
A lot of offensive board for Voorhees College. Same thing we saw from the first half.
Here's Gaston. Oh, and cannot hit win. As a double team in the corner, tie up. As a nice little double team defensively in the corner, almost causing a turnover there. So the foul is called. The foul, is that on Miller? Seemed like they said it was on Miller. But anyway, that is the second team foul of this quarter. Meanwhile, Georgetown with one team foul. 55-50 is our score with 7 minutes remaining in the ball game. Georgetown on top of Voorhees. And a turnover! Here comes Miller. You got numbers. Freeman. And last touch there by Haley Eisen. So the possession will go to Voorhees. Freeman gives it off. 3 out of the corner is good! Ashley Stockard. That is her 4th three-pointer, and it's down to a 2-point lead. And another turnover. Back comes Stockard. Unable to tie the game. Here comes Reagan. And the ball is knocked and out of bounds. But you gotta love the effort here by Voorhees.
Gotta love it. Stockton's very get into it. She's leading the points and 3-point made.
Number 12, Deasia Miller.
So Deasia Miller comes back in for Marissa Coughing. Under 6.5 to go. Only a 2-point game, 55-53. Georgetown with the lead. And another near turnover, and the defense has turned up a notch here for the Lady Tigers of Voorhees. Here's Bowling. Almost knocked away there by Wynn. Had to pick up a dribble. And we got a whistle. And a foul. Oh, timeout. Time was called.
That was a nice way to save a timeout by Coach Jackson. You see his teammate almost giving up the ball up, but luckily they had possession, so you call a timeout.
So with 6 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the ball game, 55-53 is our score. As the crowd here is getting into it, and again, Voorhees, they turned up the defense, but right now they have to play turnover-free basketball for the remainder of this game.
And they are losing about 2, but it seemed like every possession Voorhees had to take the lead, their costing turnover comes towards them. With 6 minutes left of the quarter, we're lucky to see Voorhees College really amp up the defense, full court press as they did once before in the first.
And that's a shot clock violation. They did not know how much time was left. It was only 7 seconds left on the shot clock. So once again, good defense. And Georgetown right now, we seeing some cracks in the armor.
Now with this possession, Voorhees can't take the lead or tie the game up.
So let's see what they do now. Coughing gives it off to Stockard. Stockard has hit a couple of threes here. Gaston, back it in. Turnaround shot, no good. But that was still a good shot selection. Here's Reagan Williams, no good. Oh, excuse me, that was Haley Isom. So possession goes to Georgetown with under 5.5 remaining in the ball game. 55-53 is our score. Georgetown on top. Here's Darnell. Darnell, air ball. Coughing, saves it, but right into the hands of a waiting Georgetown player. Here's the shot from the free throw line, rims in. The iron is kind for Olivia Bowling. And it's back out to a 4-point Georgetown lead, 57-53 with under 5 minutes to go. Here's Stockard across the lane, the whistle. No, the foul occurred on the court. No continuation. Should that have been a continuation, Derek? I'm asking you.
Yes, I still think that should be a continuation. The ball didn't touch the floor and looked like she was going in motion as the foul was committed.
Now, of course, some of our Georgetown people who are watching us may disagree with you, but I agree with you. Here's Stockard. She gives off to Wynn. Wynn! No! And even if it did go, he pointed to the court once again.
Team foul 3.
So team foul number 3 as Darnell, Madison Darnell is called for the foul. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will still remain Voorhees ball. But only 8 seconds left on the shot clock, so they got to be mindful how much time is left on the shot clock. Here's Coughing. 3 seconds left, 2 seconds left. Coughing just puts it up, and it hits off glass. Under 4.5 to go. Quick shot. No good. Freeman on with the rebound. Back come the Lady Tigers. Up it goes. Gaston. Nice pass. Coughing can't hit. Darnell on with the rebound, and she's out in front. No good. And she draws the foul with 4 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in the game.
Marissa Coughing has to be shooting her foot after an easy layup to put some points on the board and finally get her first points of the game, but still looking to put her points on the stat sheet.
57-53, Darnell back to the line. And she's missing. She missed that one pretty bad there. CC Caesar comes back. So Voorhees College, as Darnell misses the second. 0 for 2 at the line, and it's still a 4-point lead. 57-53, as we're under the 4-minute mark here in this fourth quarter. Here's Caesar, as she draws the foul. Ooh, at first I thought he was almost going to say charging, but at the last second, put in the blocking foul.
We haven't really seen Voorhees College in the shooting free throws this second half as much as they did the first half. They got to get back to it. Drawing fouls is really what got them in this game.
So Caesar at the line. She hits the first.
43, Sierra Best, replacing Jackson.
Sierra Best comes back in for Gaston, and Coughing comes out, and Deasia Miller comes back in. And looks like Stockard is at the scorer's table. She's getting ready to come back in. So Caesar shooting, as the free throw is good. And it's down to a 2-point lead. Stockard comes back in. It's 57-55. Here's Darnell. Gives it off to Ison. Back to Darnell. Bounce pass inside. And that was nearly, and it's off of the leg of O'Mara.
That was a nice play on the defensive side for Voorhees College. And once again, they're down by 2.
So right now, with 3 minutes and 34 seconds remaining, no silly turnovers. Under 3.5 to go. This has been a good game, huh?
It is very has.
Here is Freeman. Stockard. Oh, nearly lost the ball. Mara and another Voorhees player falling to the floor. Here's Freeman, just beyond the free throw line. Cannot hit. Darnell on with the rebound. Coming up on 3 minutes to play in the ball game. Georgetown with possession. Here's Bowling.
ISO game.
Rims in and out. O'Mara steps out of bounds. Oh, they'll say the ball go. It was last touched by Voorhees. I think that should be Voorhees' ball, because I thought O'Mara stepped on the line as she was trying to save the ball.
And you are right. Coach Glover is frustrated out there.
And I don't blame him. That should be Voorhees basketball, because O'Mara stepped on the line trying to save the ball.
Not to mention there was really no close to her to really get on the ball.
And Glover does not like that call by the ref. And I do agree with him on that point. All right, so now it's 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. 57-55 is our score. All right, Coach Hammond. Let's play you be the coach. What are you telling the Voorhees Lady Tigers right now?
What I'm telling them, no lazy passes. That has been killing the whole game. Another one, get the offensive board and try to keep the possession alive. As they know to get the offensive board, put it right back up. No, you have to hold the ball, get a good shot selection. And that's what I think is the key for Voorhees with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in this fourth quarter.
And let's see if Georgetown will maintain composure as the shot is up and no good. O'Mara on with the rebound. Three-pointer by Darnell, no good. O'Mara once again. Now this time fight is stripped away by Freeman, but they'll call a jump ball, and possession arrow will keep it at, no, it'll be Voorhees. So it'll be Voorhees basketball is the possession. So now Voorhees with a chance to tie it up. 2.5 minutes to go. Here's Caesar. Puts it up. No good. But she draws the foul, and the foul will go against Olivia Bowling. Clock stops with 2 minutes and 26 seconds to go, and this is now the crucial time. You got to hit your free throws.
Straight time, want to be clutch.
Caesar hits the first of 2. Now with the opportunity to tie this game. Second free throw is good, and we're tied at 57 apiece. Deasia Miller checks back in. Deasia and Freeman with a little backcourt press. Darnell, nice pass. O'Mara can't hit. Sierra Best on with the rebound, and now Voorhees with a chance to take the lead. Once again, Voorhees did not see the lead since it was 2-0 in the first quarter. Ever since then, Georgetown has pretty much been on top. Too hard off the glass for Stockard. Under 2 minutes to go. Here's O'Mara. O'Mara puts it in. Whitney O'Mara with the deuce. And Georgetown on top by 2 at 59-57. And a timeout called by Coach Glover. So Coach Glover want to talk to his team with 1 minute and 32 seconds remaining here in this fourth quarter. Voorhees down by 2 at 57-59. Again, just a reminder, coming up on Tuesday, we'll have a doubleheader action. Our first doubleheader action as South Carolina Faith A&M comes in to the Tigers Den to take on the Lady Tigers and the Tigers. Coverage begins with the Lady Tigers taking on the Lady Bulls. 6 o'clock is tip-off time. We'll be on the air a few minutes before tip-off. Then, right after that game, around 8 o'clock will be the men's portion. And that'll be the first time we'll see the men in action since they took the AII tournament champions. So all right now, 1 minute 32 seconds. Voorhees cannot have any turnovers here. Here's Freeman being guarded by Darnell. Woman-to-woman defense. Stockard with the ball. Gives it up. Win! Puts it in! And we're tied at 59. Little backcourt press. They get it up to the front court. Here's Ison. Gives it up. O'Mara for 3. Way off. And last touch by Georgetown.
Georgetown seems like they can get nothing from behind the arc.
58.8 seconds remaining in the game, and Voorhees still trying to take the lead, but we're tied at 59. At one point in time, Georgetown was up by 12. It's crunch time now, Derek. Tied at 59. Here's Caesar. Gives it off. Stockard back over to Caesar. Caesar feeling it in the lane. Big shot in! Voorhees on top by 2. And a turnover. Well, they'll keep it as it was off of the hands of Ashley Johnson. But that was a near turnover, though.
That was nearly a turnover. Voorhees College finally takes the lead with 34 seconds remaining left in the fourth.
34 seconds.
We'll see what play Coach Jackson will play for Georgetown.
Here's, oh, and a good shot there by Haley Ison. Haley ties the game at 61. Shot clock is turned off. They can hold for the last shot. They can win it here, or we're going into overtime.
Everyone is up their feet.
Everyone on their feet here at the Dawson Center. Here's Caesar. Can't hit. And a timeout taken by Georgetown. Wow.
Wow. I never thought we might go to overtime, seeing what play Coach Jackson draws up for the Georgetown Tigers. But it's been a great game. Tied at 2.7 seconds left.
So it's tied. It's 2.7 seconds remaining. 61 apiece. And right now, this has been an excellent game. You know, Georgetown like to hit the, like to go for three-pointers, but at one point in time, they was cold behind the three-point arc. Meanwhile, for Voorhees, they just took advantage of that quickness. Because remember, we mentioned the guards are athletic and quick, although Georgetown College guards are, of course, taller, but the quickness of Caesar and Ashley Stockard and the rest of the guards of for the Lady Tigers of Voorhees have really turned this game around. All right. So here we go. A chant of defense. 2 seconds, 1 second. Oh, big shot in! Holy cow! She hit it! She hit it!
Hits the buzzer! Wow!
Oh my goodness! And she was fouled! Holy cow! Are you kidding me?
Georgetown goes on to win in 64-61, and I am pretty sure everyone at Tigers End was over for overtime play.
What? My goodness! Kennedy Flynn! Flynn puts it in!
And
wow!
And I can say Voorhees College Tigers are stunned by that shot.
That is unbelievable. Heartbreak City for Voorhees. How can you stand it? It is Alka-Seltzer time. Unbelievable. But hold up now. I thought, well, okay, 64-61. But mind you now, I heard the whistle. So if she did not hit it, well,
she would have been hitting free throws, what I thought, but
because I heard the whistle. Like the referees was going to have it as a foul. But the back shot goes through. And Kennedy Flynn is giving the Voorhees Lady Tigers their first loss of the season. Meanwhile, Georgetown College are now 2-0 in regular season play. Voorhees falls to 0-1 with the game against South Carolina Faith A&M coming up. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back with the post-game show and what has been an incredible night, but unfortunately for Voorhees College Lady Tigers fans, comes up short of a 64-61 defeat at a last-second three-point shot by Kennedy Flynn. So we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back, and we'll have the post game for you. You're watching Lady Tigers basketball on the VC Media Network. right, we're back here at the Leonard Dawson Center here on the campus of Voorhees College. It was a great, thrilling game, but unfortunately, Lady Tigers fans, we come up just short, 3 points short. Final score, 64-61. Georgetown College Lady Tigers in the battle of the Lady Tigers come away with the victory with a last-second 3-point shot. I'm Clarence Jones. My partner, Derek Richmond, he will be with me shortly. He has the final stats coming up. And, of course, in this basketball game, it was all about the guard play. CC Caesar did a marvelous job here in this second half and throughout the whole game. But we'll get the stats. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a short break. And when we come back, Derek Richmond will have the final stats here in this game. Final score, once again, Voorhees College falls to Georgetown College 64-61. We'll be right back for more Postgame Show.
You're not getting any stats.
Don't worry.
Don't
worry. Well, you'll just have to take whatever from the interview.
Olivia.
Move over, come over. Come over. Okay, good. All right, we're back here for the post-game show as the Voorhees Lady Tigers goes down to defeat to the Georgetown College Lady Tigers. Final score 64-61 on a last-second 3-point shot by Georgetown, and a very disappointing home opener for the Lady Tigers of Voorhees, Derek, but still a lot to be thankful for these Lady Tigers. As Voorhees, they really battled back from what it seemed a 12-point deficit in the second half, but unable to pull out the victory.
Unable to pull out the victory, as Clarence said. I got to spoke to Coach Jackson about when he called that time on that 2.7 seconds left. What did he execute to his teammates? He told me he would like to get to the corner and get a wide open shot to Darnell. She was one of their hottest players of the game.
Now, of course, Darnell was the leading scorer for Georgetown. She was in the double figures. About another person, there was a couple people that was in double figures, but Darnell was the star of the game for Georgetown. And again, she's a 5'11" guard, so the height advantage by itself. She had height advantage over all the guards, but still, as we mentioned during the broadcast, Voorhees had a lot of athletic and quick guards, and it was forcing a lot of turnovers in that game.
CC Cesar, one of the key defensive players for Voorhees College, was really making a problem for Georgetown Tigers to really get the ball up the court. And not to mention her shooting guard, her partner in crime, Ashley Stockton, coming up with 4 steals of the game.
And not only that, Ashley Stockard also had a few three-pointers. I think she had about 3 three-pointers, if I'm not mistaken. I don't have my scoring book in front of me, but she scored some three-pointers, some clutch three-pointers there. Caesar had some great plays there, especially in the second half. She was, as I mentioned, the key to the ignition of this comeback here for Voorhees, but again, just coming up just short because we thought we was going to have some extra basketball here.
We really think it was about to have overtime with 2.7 seconds left. Not a team get a shot off, but Georgetown Tigers seem to get their shot off.
Yeah, so a disappointing home loss for Voorhees Tigers. I know they're going to feel disappointed, but they got to get this loss out of their system. It might take them a couple of days, but still, you got to come right back on Tuesday night against South Carolina Faith A&M. So you can't drown your sorrows in ice cream and cake right now, because you have to get ready for the Lady Bulls to come in town, and Lady Bulls looking to take one here from the Tigers' den. But just to look up all that, what is your final thoughts about this basketball game here that we saw here tonight?
What I'm seeing for the Voorhees Tigers, they're very, very good at defensive effort tonight. Last year, we didn't really see a lot of defensive effort from them, but this year, Coach Glover worked on their defensive rebounds, and offensive rebounds really were key. That really kept them in the game. Jessica Gatson had 4 rebounds in the second half that really helped them.
Mm-hmm. And now you look at it now, you turn the page. We look forward to South Carolina Faith A&M, which you can see right here as part of the doubleheader here on the VC Media Network. Starting Tuesday night, starting at 6 o'clock, we'll be on the air shortly before tip-off time. Then we'll have the men's. This will be the first time we'll see the men's since they was celebrating on the court of that Association of Independent Institution Tournament Championship, and of course that heartbreaking loss in the first round of the Big Dance the NAIA tournament. So right now, we like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to the VC Media Network. Tell a fan, tell a friend, tell a supporter of Voorhees College to tune in right here. Of course, you was watching us here on the Voorhees College YouTube page, but we will be moving to our permanent page, VC Tiger Sports YouTube page. So once again, you will see us on the VC Tiger Sports YouTube page starting Tuesday with the doubleheader as Voorhees College takes on South Carolina Faith A&M. Any final words, Derek?
That'll be it. Nice way the Voorhees got in the rhythm, but it was not enough for them.
Well, we want to take this time to say a good job. Of course, this broadcast would not be going on without the students of Voorhees College. Of course, my partner right here, Derek Richmond, is a mass comm major as well. We have to thank our students behind the camera. Jalen Snyder done an excellent job. Acacia Donaldson doing an excellent job. Also Lauren as well, Denise behind the camera, and Jawan as well helping us out. Also the executive producer of VC Media Network live streaming broadcast, the one and only Mr. Curtis Sumner. Thank you so very much for all your efforts, and we like to thank you as well at home for tuning in. For my partner, Derek Richmond, I'm Clarence Jones. Thank you for tuning in for this edition. We'll see you Tuesday night for more Lady Tigers and Tigers basketball right here on the VC Media Network. Good night and have a great weekend, everyone. So long.